So where exactly
we're starting from today? Yeah.
We are starting. Well, we're gonna chazer. We're starting from Pei Tes Amud Aleph. We actually bottom of Pei Tes Amud Beis.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, let me pull up the chazara here.
And where on
We stopped Amr Lafanov.
Yeah. So, let's just chazer quickly from yesterday. So Pei Tes was. Pei Ches was a continuation of all the kashas back and forth from the Rabban and Rabbi Yossi. Then we said the Torah was given in threes. Then we were forced to accept the Torah until Purim when we accepted it willingly. Then we said what happened after Klal Yisroel did the Egel, Chet Egel, and then meaning they lost the Ksarim and then they get it back later. And why Klal Yisroel said Nasa before Nishma, with the story with the Tzeduki. Then on the Beis is Klal Yisroel was considered like being promiscuous by doing the Egel, right? We said it's like a kala being mazana by the chuppah. And then from that we said that it's a good thing that you hear something negative about you, you don't answer back. And then what happened when the Aseres HaDibros was said, that Klal Yisrael's neshama went out of them, or that they went back 12 mil. And then we started with the Maisa with Moshe that the Malachim decided not to they didn't want Hashem to give the Torah to humans, right? So that's where we left off with. So we're picking it up. Amr Lafana, Rabbanu Shalom, right? And the third three wide lines up from the bottom. Yeah. Yeah, you got it? Amr Lafana, Rabbanu Shalom, 3 lines up from the bottom of Pei Ches Amud Beis. Torah sha'ata nicely maksiba. The Torah that you're going to give to me, what does it say in there? It says, I am Hashem, your God, that took you out of Mitzrayim. Meaning, this is now Moshe talking to the Malachim. Did you go, meaning he's asking him as a question, did you go down to Mitzrayim? Did you go down to, were you avodim teparoi, right? So what do you need? Why should you get the Torah? Shuv maksiv, what else does it say? La'yeh lecha elihim achirim bein amin, right? Atem shruyim sha'ivden avodas kalum. Are you living amongst nations and trying not to do avodah zarah? That's another thing that the malachim don't have. Shuv maksiva. What else does it say in the Torah? Zachar Yom Shabbos akacha. You should remember Shabbos. Do you need to do malach? Do you need to keep Shabbos? Right? That do you work a whole week that you need to keep Shabbos? Right? That's the taina on quills, guys. Right? Do you work a whole week that you need to have Shabbos? You ever heard that joke? Okay, whatever. Anyway, so that's what Moshe is tining to the malachim. You don't need Shabbos, so you don't even work. Shuv maksiva, what else is it? Loisisa, masu mat, loisisa. You should not swear, right? Meaning falsely. Masu matin yesh b'nechem. Do you even have business? You don't have any business where you would do anything like that. Shuv maksiva, kabedas avicha v'semecha. Aveim yesh lachem. It says to be mechabed your parents. You guys don't even have parents. Shuv maksiva, loisitzach, loisinach, loisignov. Right? It says don't kill, don't be disgusting, and don't steal. Kina yesh b'nechem, Yitzchak yesh b'nechem. Do you have jealousy amongst you? Do you even have Yitzchak? Miyad haidulay la Kodesh Baruch Hu. So immediately they were made to a Kodesh Baruch Hu. Shenemer Hashem Adonenu Ma'ad Shimcha.
Shouldn't they be made to Moshe Rabbeinu?
No. They're trying to convince Hashem not to give. Right? They're trying to convince Hashem not to give the Torah to them. It says, it doesn't say, so immediately they flipped and now they became Moshe Rabbeinu's friends. And they handed him over the things. Because he was an Adam, he took matanis from the Malachim. Af Malach HaMavis Masaloy Davar. And even the Malach HaMavis gave a present to Moshe. Right? And this is after Moshe saying that they got a kapara, and after the egel, not the egel, the what's it called? The Meraglim, right? And he said, okay, everybody's healed. If the Malach HaMavis didn't tell him that the killing is stopping, right? Would he even know? How did he even know about it? So clearly, Malach HaMavis gave him some knowledge too. That was the Malach HaMavis' present. Okay, that's the end of that. I got it to about Mount Torah. Fine. By the way, these are all Rabbi Shua ben Levi's here. Everything is Rabbi Shua ben Levi. He seemed like he had the inside scoop of exactly what went on by Matan Torah. When Moshe went in front of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, where is the Torah? I gave it to the land. He went to the land, right? The Satan went to the land. Where is the Torah? Right? Hashem understands his way, meaning it was a very vague answer, like understand it from Hashem. So halach etzel yam, he went to the sea. The sea said it's not by me. Halach etzel tahaim, he went to the depths. Amalei ein bi, and he said it's not by me. Shenemer tahaim amar loy bi, he. Yam amar eini modi avadim umaves, right? So you see that the yam and the tahaim did not know. Amr was Neinu Shamanu Shama, and with our ears we heard what that the Torah was given. So Chazav Amr Lefnei HaKadosh Baruch Hu Rosham Chipasti B'Chol Haaretz V'Lemet to see. I searched the whole land and I can't find the Torah. Amr Lech Eitzel ben Amram, go to the son of Amram. That's Moshe. Halach Eitzel Moshe. Amr Lech Torah Shenasan L'Kol HaKadosh Baruch Hu Heichani. The Torah that HaKadosh Baruch Hu gave, where is it? Amr Lech V'Chimani Shenasan L'Kol HaKadosh Baruch Hu Torah. Who am I that Hashem gave me the Torah? You are a, I don't know what you want to touch Badoy as a liar, but he's saying you're a tricker, right? Who?
Fibber.
What do you say?
Fibber. F-I-B-B-R. Fibber.
Oh, fibber. Okay, that's a form of, they don't want to say it's strong as a lie, but you're playing games. You have this beautiful, not beautiful, but you have this thing that you love so much, the Torah, and that you think about it all day, and then you're going to give it to me on my behalf. And meaning I should say that you gave it to me. This thing that you have that you hold so dear to yourself, you're giving it to me because of me. Since you made yourself small, Tikra al Shimcha, it's going to be called on your name. Shenemer Zichru Torahs Moshe Avdi. Right? So you should remember Torahs Moshe, my servant. So that is why the Torah is called by Moshe. Yeah? Okay. V'amri Yishua Levi. At the time that Moshe went up to Shemayim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu found HaKadosh Baruch Hu tying crowns onto all the letters. Amrullah Moshe ain't shalom be'ircha. So Rabban Shalom told Moshe, there's no peace in your city, meaning you don't say shalom aleichem to me. Amrullah fun of klum yesh evet shenas and shalom l'rabbi. Does a servant go give shalom to his master? Amrullah hayil chol azreini, but you should at least help me, right? Miyad Amrullah va'ata yigul no koyach Hashem kasher dibarta. Hashem should have great koyach like you spoke. So therefore, Moshe was helping out Hashem, whatever this means. Rabbi Shua ben Levi, Rabbi Shua ben Levi, right? The nation saw that Moshe was Baishish with Busha, meaning that he came in the sixth. Meaning Baishish Moshe, meaning he didn't show up. He I don't know how you touch it. He tarried, took longer to get there. Right? It means Ba'u Sheish. Yeah? B'shasha Allah Moshe Lamarim. When Moshe went up to the Morim, up to the Shemayim, Amalan Yisrael, the Seif Arbaim Yoim, Tchila Sheish Aniba. He said, at the end of 40 days, at the beginning of the 6th hour, I'm coming. The Seif Mem Yoim Bas Satan, V'iri V'sa'olam. At the end of the 40th day, the Satan came and messed with the whole world. Amalan Moshe Rabchem Hechanhu, he asked everybody, where is your Moshe, your Rebbe? He went up to the Mara. Amarlan, Bo Sheish, he's gonna be, is he coming in the 6th when he told you he's coming? Nobody listened to him. Mace, he said Moshe died and they didn't listen to him. And then he showed them a picture of the Mita, of Moshe Rabbeinu being dead in the Mita. Then that already got everybody freaked out. And Moshe died, and let's go make ourselves an egel. Right? So now, of course, the difficulty with this whole Gemara is that clearly they were duped. Klal Yisroel was duped. We keep the last blot. The last blot, we said that they were like the Zaynas with the Rabban Shalom, that they went after the egel right after they got the Torah. And here we're saying that they were duped by the Satan. I mean, the Satan showed them a Mita of Moshe, right? Rabban, we discussed it many a time, but we didn't come up with any. There's really no clear answer to this question. I mean, there's different mafarshim that have different things. One of the pshatim is that they got so crazy, Klal Yisroel, that they push it weren't thinking. The Pasha weren't thinking. That's like what happened. But how can you have tainas on Klal Yisroel then, right? Doesn't really answer that so much. How can you have tainas on Klal? Well, Gershon, what's the problem? How you have tainas on Klal Yisroel if they got duped by the Satan?
The whole Klal Yisroel?
He showed them a picture of Moshe's Mita. This was before you can rig videos. You know what I mean?
Asmos, we all have daydreams.
What?
We all have daydreams.
You're saying that I don't know. He showed it to the whole Klal Yisroel.
They had a nightmare by day.
I'm saying it works in both ways. It works both ways. I'm saying they just heard Hashem also. That's they were on such a high level. Yes, there was trickery. That's not so.
Then something obviously changed.
Right, there was something going on, but it's not. We can't just think that they sinned at such a simple level. There was definitely more to it, but they were also held to a higher standard.
Are you saying that they held to a higher standard?
They heard Hashem. They heard Hashem's voice. They have to be held to a different standard.
Yeah, but maybe Moshe died, whatever. Moshe. I mean, things were changing. Things were going at a rapid pace. The news flow back then was fast and furious. I'm assuming.
They should have believed Aaron.
Okay.
I don't think it needs that much. I think that the tainas on the whole Klal Yisroel.
Aaron. If Aaron said that he's coming, they should have believed him.
Okay, but it's saying it's a little tough when you're shown a picture, right? When you're shown a picture of,
On if it would have been 1 yid or 3 yid, then yeah, you would be absolutely right. They were duped. They had no choice. But the fact the whole Klal Yisroel joined in, that.
Okay, I'm saying, but I mean, the Sultan was talking to the whole Klal Yisroel.
Yeah, but that puts the whole Klal Yisroel on such a level where they were all duped by the Sultan. No one. I mean, we know it's the Sultan. It's not.
They didn't know that.
There's definitely a lot of deep stuff here. I remember hearing something about the Egel itself.
You showed them a map.
Yeah,
years later,
true.
they made another Egel or something.
You're muted.
Me?
No,
the Yaakov the Sultan has a big shrine with Weissazuk and he knows Shas and Poiskim. He's not such a rock,
No, and a Hanafi. So you're only strengthening the Kasha.
Yeah, I know.
Wasn't it also just the Erev Rav that built everything? We learned from the Midrashim that said it was the Erev Rav that built.
I don't know how to do it all these Midrashim. I don't know how to understand it with all these Midrashim. I don't know.
Was it
was
it a time that they didn't listen to Aaron?
I hear you, Tiny. I can hear that.
That was the second Taina. That was the second Taina later.
What do you mean?
Okay, but it's still a Taina. It's still a Taina.
Yeah, but the original Taina of the Maisa Egel was not that they didn't listen to Aaron. Taina was that they built the Egel.
Yeah.
David Levy didn't do it, so they didn't get duped. So obviously you were able not to get duped.
Well, they allowed them to build it, though. They still got punished.
David Levy was hot shots. They didn't do one-piece stitch of work for 200 years. These guys broke their backs for 200 years.
Hey, let's leave it
Don't bring riots from Shevet Levi.
Okay, but Lamaisa, they weren't. Shevet
Why you
Levi, I
gotta
don't
hate
know.
Maybe the Satan wasn't talking to Levi
Right, could be. It could be he left the Levium out of it.
for whatever
And
reason.
it's a
We don't know.
big time
And what's the
on Levi.
chashivas of the Levium? Part of the chashivas of the Levium is that they didn't get
Is
duped.
that they didn't fall for it. Right. No, you're right. Yeah, that's a taina. It's a taina.
But the Tain is on Shevet Levi. They're supposed to lead Klal Yisroel. It's still just as big a Tain on them that they allowed Klal Yisroel to build the Ego.
You know what?
Everyone has a Tain with the Ego.
They didn't allow
Everyone.
it. The Satan got them. They didn't allow it.
They didn't
Wasn't there
stop
only a
them.
small percentage that served the ego? At the end of the day, it was a very small percentage of Yidden.
Good, but whoever did it, if they were showing a picture of Moshe Rabbeinu's Mita,
Right. So that small group of Yidden that did it were duped, but the majority didn't. The other Shvatim didn't taina on them, whereas Shevet Levi did. That's why Shevet Levi
if
got
you go with
the-
that medrash, then it's okay. Whatever it is, the bottom line is we can't pass the Gemara without bringing up the kasha. The terutzim are the terutzim. I mean, it is what it is with the terutzim, right?
Yeah. So Yaakov,
Yeah.
if you have time, I have a great joke for what we just said. If you don't, I won't say it. So whatever
Go ahead.
okay.
Go ahead.
So you just
Hold on, Reb Zev, are we allowed?
Put him on the spot. There you go. Anyway, go ahead.
So Motke told me this years ago. It's fantastic. There's three groups of Eden that did not fall into the trap of the Satan. Which three? The Amshinov is said Moshe Rabbeinu's not late. The Chabadskis said Moshe Rabbeinu was not dead. And the Breslovers said, so what is if he is dead? Nu is was.
Very good. Very good. Yes, it's fun. Okay, I was giving a share today, and we got to discuss the amshin of it. So it's very good, very good. Okay, so weiter. So Amalek and Yataina also. Yataina that the Levium didn't. I mean, they didn't listen. Okay, I mean the Klal Yisroel didn't listen to the Levium. I hear that. Okay. Amalek Omer Rabbanan Rav Kana. Mishmiel of my Har Sinai. Have you heard? If you heard what the story is with Har Sinai, why it's called Har Sinai? Amalei Har Shenasu by Nisim Yisrael. It's a har that it's called Har Sinai because Nisim were done there. So in Har Nisai, by the way, it shouldn't be Har Sinai, it should be Har Nisai. Ela Har Shenasu Simen Toiv Yisrael. It's a mountain that had a good siman for Klal Yisrael. It's a Har Simenai, by the way. That should be Har Simen. Amalei my time Eloi Shchikus Kameder Rav Papa Rav Huna Breder Rav Yeshua. How come you make yourself Shidus means to be common, meaning why don't you go more often to Rav Papa and Rav Huna Breder Rav Yeshua? The Mayni Bagadata, they would be Mayin and Akadata. The Rav Chista, Rav Breder Rav Huna, the Army Tavayu. Rav Chista and Rav Huna both said, My Har Sinai, Har Shayar, the Sinna La'akamalav. That's a mountain that that brought up anger onto the Goyim. V'hainu Dom Rav Yosef Rav Chanina, Hey Shemus Yeshloi. There are 5 names for Har Sinai. Midbar Tzin, Shenitzdav Yisrael Alav. That's from the word sin that they were commanded there, Torah. Midbar Kadesh, Sheniskachi Yisrael Alav. That Klal Yisrael became holy over there. Midbar Kademos, Shenitna Kaduma Alav. That they had a Kadima there. Midbar Paran, Shaparu V'Ravola. That they were Puravu because every single woman got pregnant after that with a boy. Right, with a boy. Right? And
That's why it's Parsha Zachar.
Yeah. And Yisrael, Yisrael, Midbar Sinai, Sheyar the Sinna la'akam alav. It's Midbar Sinai that Sinna went for the Goyim on it. Umar Shmai, Chayrev Shmai. What's the name? The name is Chayrev. Upliga the Rabavo, Damar Rabavo, Har Sinai Shmai. Its name is Har Sinai. V'lamar Nikar Har Chayrev. Sheyar the Churba la'akam alav. It became a Churba. Okay, so there's 5 different names for Har Sinai. Yeah. Fine. Now that's it. That's the end of the Shavuos Gemaras. Okay. Minayin Shekoshin Lashon Shel Zahiris. So how do you know that? Right. We the Gemara, the Mishna way back a few blot ago says that. How do you know that they tied a red string on the goat on the Sierra Mishtaleach on Yom Kippur and it turned white? How do you know that? So what does it mean Kishonim? We said like plural, right? It says Kishonim. Right. It should be Kashanim. It should see in singular. Right? So, Amar Yitzchak, Amar Lama Kodesh Klal Yisroel, Im Yuchatechem Kashanim Halolu Shesidura Sebois Misheshes Mevareshus Varachshav Kisheli Galbinu. Even if you're Averis, this is a chizuk. Even if you're Averis, will be so steady and so common, just like the years that just come around and it's just steady. Even if you did
Can you do
Averis,
the INET passport?
totally. If you did Averis, totally.
What do you mean? It's not working.
Nah,
Yeah, even if you did Averis steadily and steadily, like years come and go, still your Chatoim will be wiped clean. Fine. Dorash.
Rava.
Yeah, hold on a second. My Gemara is a little bit rubbed out. Dorash Rav. My dechsiv l'chuna v'nivacha yomer Hashem. L'chuna. What do you mean l'chuna? Go now. Bayuna mibayle. It should have said come yomer. Bayuna mibayle. Yomer Hashem. So Amar Hashem mibayle lasted lovei. We need it to be in lasted lovei. Yomer lehem hakadosh baruch hu Yisrael. What Hashem is going to tell Yisrael. L'chuna eitz alav eseichem v'yichichu eshem. Go to your forefathers, and they're going to give you musar. But Yom Lefan Rabban Shalom Eitzel Minelech. So Klal Yisrael is going to say to Rabban Shalom, who should we go to? Eitzel Avram. Shamarta lo Yadaya Teda v'lo Bikash Racham Aleinu. Should we go to Avram? He's going to say Yadaya Teda, and he's not going to have. You should know Hashem, and you shouldn't have made the mistake. And v'lo Bikash Racham Aleinu. He's not going to be Mavakish pity for us. Eitzel Yitzchak Sheberachas Esav. Should we go to Yitzchak who benched Esav? Because it says when Esav went down and he gave brachas to Esav, so he's not gonna be mevakish racham on us. Etzel Yaakov shemarta lo anochi ered nimcha Mitzrayim v'lo bikash racham aleinu. He says go down to Mitzrayim, and he's not gonna have rachmanas on us either because he had all the pain of going down to Mitzrayim. Etzel minelech avshav Yomer Hashem Amarlen. So who should we go to? So Amarlen HaKadosh Baruch Hu Hoyel B'Talisam Atzalchem Bi Yuchatechem Kashanim Kashel Yavinu. Since you said the only one we can go to is me, because we can't go to Avram Yitzchak Yaakov, so therefore I'm going to forgive you. Right? Again, so basically to review that Gemara, basically what we're darshaning is that Hashem said go to Avram Yitzchak Yaakov. They're saying that Avram Yitzchak Yaakov will not have Rachmanas on Klal Yisroel, which is in itself a difficult thing to understand. So Klal Yisroel said the only one we can go to is Hashem. So Hashem said, okay, since you said it, you put me on the spot, sort of, and therefore I am going to forgive you. Fine. That you are our father. Ki Avram lo yadanu, v'Yisrael lo yikirenu, at Hashem avinu ga'elenu me'olam shemecha. Right? Avram doesn't know us. Yisrael doesn't also recognize us. You are Hashem, our Father, Ga'elenu, and you're going to redeem us. Yeah. So again, it's a very similar Gemara to the previous Gemara. So Hashem is going to tell to Avram, your sons did a chet to me. Erase them for the kedusha of your name if they didn't listen to you. So punish them. Amar Emer Leili Yaakov to have a late tzar gidul banim. Let me go to Yaakov. He had tzar gidul banim. Avram did not have tzar gidul banim, which is, you know what I mean? I don't know exactly what that means because he clearly from the Chumash, he certainly did have his hands full, right? Okay, but Yaakov for sure had his hands full. So maybe he'll have rachmanas. Efshur the boy rachmila, maybe Yaakov will have rachmanas on them. Amar Lei b'necha chatu. So he said to them, your children did a chet. So Yaakov also answered, erase them, destroy them. Yeah, that's an interesting line right there. I don't know what this says exactly because we always say that the elderly you're supposed to go to the elderly for things, right? For wisdom. And here it's saying loy besabi taimo, but loy bedardiki etza. There's by I don't know exactly where the word sami comes from. How does the art school? Did I just type it elderly? If anybody has an art school there, okay. Loy besabi time. What? Elders and loy bedardiki etza. And the bedardiki there's no etzes. Meaning so. Can't go to anybody. So so then he went to Yitzchak and he said, Hashem went to Yitzchak. Your kids did a chet to me. Are they my kids and not your kids? Oh, So Yitzchak went back at Hashem and said, they're just as much your kids as they are my kids. Right? They read for you when they said Nasa v'nishma, you called the B'ni B'chayri Yisrael. Now they're my kids and not your kids. Now that they did a chet, that's one tiny Yitzchak had back to Hashem. How much could they have done wrong already? How many years in a person's life? 70 years. This is a very interesting, I found this to be interesting. This is also a chizik for us. So the first 20 years of life, you don't get punished. So you have 50 left, 50 years left. You have 12 hours of 25 years of nights, because that's 12 hours, so that's half of 50. That's nights. That doesn't bode well for electricity. Anybody that thinks that electricity is a good thing, that you have to eliminate. Right? You have about 6 hours more a day to do chatoim. If you sleep 6 hours a night, you got 6 more hours to do chatoim. Okay, whatever. We're not going down that road. Let's try and stay positive here. Yeah?
Yeah, you bring up that one. Every day you say, it's good we don't have shul because there's no Lashon Hara going on. You're very positive, Rav Tzvi Yaakov.
I know. I said I'm trying. I said that's why we have to learn Lashon Hara. I said I myself need the Musar. I am not preaching to anybody else. I am the king of it. I am the king of it. I am the leader of what's wrong with this society. 100%. Anyways. Whatever of the improvements that we have to do, you know what I mean? The negativity and this and that. I'm asking. But I'll tell you a different. I have a hisaf on this Gemara. But anyways, but Pashulu Chavhei. So for 12, you have 25 years of night.
Anything to do with an option of a Lubavitcher and a Bresova?
The what?
Anything to do with an option of a Bresova and a Lubavitcher?
It doesn't work for an option of it, that's for sure. But okay, Pashulu. Listen, the Amshon of it don't sleep at all. So he's got, okay, but Baruch Hashem, he does, yeah. Pashalu Chafei, so you have 25 years left.
They're still Corona.
What?
They're still holding pre-Corona. They're good.
Yeah, it's funny. yeah. Dal Tartisri Upalga. So now you're left with 12 and a half, Tetzluye Umeichal Udebesa Kisei. That gives you 12 and a half years that you spend davening, eating, and going to the bathroom. So now, Pashalu Tarti Sri Upalga. All you left is with 12 and a half more years. Right? So if you can be civil that maybe the most that they could have done Chatayim is those 12 and a half years, then if you can absorb that, then good. If not, and if not, then I'll take half and you take half. That's Yitzchak telling the Rabban Shalom. And if you're going to say it's all on me, I already was makar of myself. Yitzchak offered himself to be a carbon. You are our father. So that's what Klal Yisroel said. You are the man you are our father to represent us. All right? So Yitzchak, until before you praise me, praise HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Right? So and Hashem and Yitzchak showed them in their eyes, and Hashem showed the Rebbeinu Shem to Klal Yisrael. Miyad nasu eneim l'maroim, and then immediately they lifted their eyes up to the skies, to the heavens. Vayimrim ata Hashem avinu gailenu me'olam shemecha. You are our Father, our Redeemer, and your name should be forever. Right?
Because Yitzchak represented Din.
Yeah, so now you're talking heavy Hasidus with that. But, yeah.
Hasidus?
I don't know. The Din and Mishna, all that stuff, I don't know. Right? No, so my personal Haisafa on this is...
And why would it be Mechuyev Misa?
What?
We said by all of them that the Mechuyev Misa, I don't understand.
You're right. And even more so, they didn't even ask what they did wrong. They just said wipe them out.
I'm saying, why? Mechuyev Misa for what? What did they do wrong?
Yeah, Enochanami.
I'm saying, was it on the Egel? What was the Taina?
On the Egel? No, it was just Stam Chatoim.
So for that you deserve to die?
No, that's not the Taina. The Taina is Lasid Lavi. The whole point of Lasid Lavi is to come closer to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. If we have nothing to deserve it with, it's Yamachu. It's not about
if you're
dying.
over on Hashem's words, that means you're denying Hashem.
Gershon, what are you saying?
It's not about dying. This is Lasad Lavi. After Mashiach comes, after Tchias HaMesim, there's a din. In the din, we're not Zoicha because we're all Chaitim. If we're all Chaitim, why should we be Zoicha to come closer? To come closer to what? We chose to go further away.
So what are you saying?
No, meaning what this
Yimalchu isn't about a Chi of Misa. It's not a Chi of Misa.
So what does it mean wipe them away?
No, meaning the point is that if they can't, we have to listen. Be'etzem, I don't know, it says this in the Musa Svarim. Be'etzem, if you do a chet to Hashem, you deserve Misa. Now, without getting into Haruge Bezdin, what the actual laws of things are, but if you don't listen to your boss, then you get fired, right?
What are you saying?
I'm saying if you don't listen to your boss, you get fired, correct? So if Klal Yisroel doesn't...
If you don't listen to your boss, he tells you to do one thing, you don't get fired. If you do a major offense, you get fired.
No, some bosses, but some bosses will say...
So those bosses you don't work for, that's all.
Whatever it is, but with Hashem, it's like if you don't listen to Hashem, then you're going to get fired. You're muted, Rabban. You're muted.
I said Clay Kodesh don't get fired. We work to speak to a guy working a regular job.
Okay. Anyway,
if we would only understand that the Torah is the blueprint of how to run the world.
No, meaning Pshat is that if you don't listen to Hashem, you don't deserve to be alive or to be a Yid. That's all. You don't deserve it.
If you run the world on Midas Adin.
Correct.
Don't change it to Midas Arachman.
No, it's not, but it's good. But good, so that's what ended up happening. But in the court case, it's like, hey, you don't listen. You're not listening, so you're out of here.
It's a little bit more than that, even. What
Gershon is saying is if you don't do what the Rebbeinu Shalom says, the Rebbeinu Shalom is the source of chiyas. If you cut yourself off from the chiyas, so there's no life. It's 2 + 2 is 4. If you cut off from the source of life, so then that doesn't have any chiyas. That's what it means. Whatever level you want.
But you're right. That's Midas Adin. If it's Midas Arachim, then Avada not. But if you take it strictly from the Midas Adin angle, 100%, you're right. With Midas Arachim, and we get it. Bottom line is, if Hashem wouldn't be Arachim,
fired up.
If Hashem wouldn't be Arachim, then we wouldn't get right. Yeah. But just just a little ha'ara on this, adding up the years, is that we talk about like the Gedolim, how do they accomplish so much? So I once discussed this. I was once made a calculation when I wasn't learning, obviously, which I should have been. I was like, so if you make a coffee, right, 1 coffee a day, let's say it takes 6 minutes out of your day, right? If you add up those 6 minutes, that's an entire day of the year. That's 24 hours of your year. If you do 1 coffee for 6 minutes, and I don't know exactly how long a coffee takes to eat, to make it, to drink it, to sip it, to talk about it, to buy it, it's probably more than 6 minutes. If you have 1 coffee a day, that's 6 minutes. That's 24 extra hours that a gadol who doesn't have this. Now, how about, so then fine. So I don't drink coffee, so it's easy for me to say, right? How about going for doubles for 3 meals a day? Okay, so if you go for doubles, 3 meals a day, you're adding on probably 15 to 20 minutes, which comes out 6, 12, that's another 4 days, right?
Yaakov, is this a new diet plan? What is this?
No, there's nothing to do with food. Then now, how long you spend on the internet watching clips? If you look at your screen time, for those that have Apples, if you look at your screen time, look how long you spend on those apps. If you add it up, it's days and days and days of the year. With stupidity.
You said this Gemara brought you chizuk. Said the Gemara brought you chizuk. How exactly does this bring chizuk?
That's a good question. I'm a Litvak. These type of things are mechazik Litvaks. That's the way it is. We're not Hasidim. We get a chiyus out of being negative.
That's the biggest chizuk. We know all that we do wrong, and nevertheless, the Rebbeinu promises us He'll forgive it all.
No, right, that's true. That's true. But you're still.
Yaakov, for a Litvak, you have a lot of Hasidim.
Yeah, okay.
So Yaakov, what you said that when it was a Maisa when they were sitting Chaim Smolevich, when they were sitting Shiva for him. So an older gentleman walked in, well dressed, and nobody knew who he was. So he told them that way back in the Haim, he was a chavrus of the Rosh Yeshiva. And he says, I have a very good head, just like the Rosh Yeshiva had a very good head. I was very much in business with my good head. So what happened? He says, I used to smoke, I smoked, and the Rosh Yeshiva didn't smoke. So every time I stopped, especially 100 years ago, to make a cigarette, it took a good few minutes. So he said, every time I stopped to make a cigarette, the Rosh Yeshiva kept his head in the Gemara. That's why he became a Chaim, and I became a businessman from the cigarette time.
There you go. Baruch Shekivanti. But the point is that if we add all this up, we can probably add on 1 month to our life, 1 month of 24 hours to our life. Now, the reason why it's a chizik is that, you know what, there's potential there. We can, we keep saying we don't have time. There is time, and it's not even that hard to find it. That's all I'm saying. Whatever we could do with it. But the point is, the chizik from this Gemara is that the maximum of errors we can do, according to this Gemara, is 12 and a half hours a day. Right? I'm sorry, 12 and a half years out of a life of 70. 12 and a half years out of a life of 70. And Mistama, from those 12 and a half hours, we do a few good things too. You know what I mean? So it's much, right. It's much less.
Nobody, forgetting total oisfos, most people don't do too much wrong. We don't do that much wrong. People are very hard on themselves. They don't do things wrong.
100%. I look at in these times.
Every fellow by your shia can all the guys better make a cheshbon. How much wrong do they do? Well,
correct. 100%. That was right. That was my final thing. Like I know.
We don't keep spreadsheets of all the things wrong we do.
No, I'm just saying in the times. No, I'm saying look at it. Look at the Gemaras where people were killing each other. People with this, people with that. Bottom line is, you look around. I look around. Everybody's like, look, these are good Erlich Yidden. Good Erlich Yidden. Look around at Klal Yisroel. The Maisa, good Erlich Yidden. That's what everybody is. Which I tell you, they are. Can't we even say room for improvement about it? But I'm just saying this. The Maisa, most people are good Erlich Yidden. Okay, fine. Enough of that. Enough. Either desperation, inspiration, whatever you want to call it. Okay. Now back to the nitty gritty. So Amar Rav Chia Barav, right 2 lines before the Mishna. Amar Rav Chia Barav, Amar Rav Yochanan, Roy Hoy Yaakov Avinu, later the Mitzrayim b'Shaloi Shal Barzel. Really, Yaakov Avinu should have gone down to Mitzrayim with a ball and chain. Right? I think that's the way you would say it. Right? But he had a schus. They didn't have to go down like that. Meaning Mitzrayim was really a punishment. But he didn't have to go down like that. With chains of love. So that pasuk is, he gave them the koyach to go down to Mitzrayim to withstand all the negativity of Mitzrayim. Fine. The Chazon Ish actually uses this, I think, he uses Avos as ahava because the halach is that somebody who's not from Redina de Gemara, not only do you not save them if they're dying, but you actually have to kill them. And the Chazon Ish was very strong in saying that does not apply nowadays, and you have to pull Klal Yisroel with ahavos. He uses this lashon avosos ahava with chains of love in order to be makara people. The old way doesn't work anymore. But yeah, okay. Zok the Mishnah. Now we're out of that Gemara. Now we're back to Hilchos Shabbos. Amoitzi eitzim. This Mishnah we had already before. What's the measurement that you carry out wood on Shabbos to be chayiv? De lavashal beitza kala. To be lavashal a light egg, which we said was the egg of a chicken, right? Tavlin k'dei latavel beitza kala, and tavlin is spices is enough to spice up a light egg. And with starfin zemzeh, and they do combine with each other to make the shemin. If you carry out a little bit of this and a little bit of that, they will combine. Klipe agais and klipe remoinim is the supua. So nuts, peels of nuts, and pomegranates is the supua. Those are also types of these type of things. It's enough to take. Remember the good old tzvacha. We can't forget that. That's the little hat that the women wore, right? So it's enough to dye a small beged of that hat. Meiraglayim, urine, neser, ubayris types of soaps. Kamulya va'ashlag, also that's also some type of nuts. Beged kon pisvacha. So also enough to wash a small beged of this hat thing for the women. It's in order to remove a stain, enough to just use as stain remover. We said we already learned this once.
Can I ask something?
Yeah.
In the Mishna, you have Meiraglaim, Nesser, the last few things.
Right.
What does Kadei Lechabes mean?
In order to take that as the ingredients to wash something.
So soap. And Rabbi Yehuda says, Kadei Lahaver Sakesem, to clean it.
So one is to wash the entire beged, and Rabbi Yehuda is a smaller shear. Right?
That's it?
Meaning, no, Rashi
the kesem
says,
is a stronger
what it means
thing.
A kesem from Nida, right? In Nida, in order to test a kesem of Nida, so you took 7 types of spice or whatever, and these things, and you rubbed it on it, and if it survived, then you know it was dam, or you didn't know it was dam.
Right, that's what I thought. So
yeah.
Is Rabbi Yehuda more makel or more machmir?
I understood him to be more machmir, it's a smaller shear, so Mamela you'd be chayiv. That's why I understood it.
I thought it was more because of the Dam Nida thing. It takes all of them. So, and it's scrubbing. It's a kesem is more than just dirt. It's getting out a stain. It takes more soap.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I'm not from the big getting out kesem guy, but
no, but a stain is more than just a dirty baguette. Dirty baguette, you throw a little bit
in order to launder a dirty baguette is a lot. It takes a lot. So you got to do a whole baguette. No.
Not really.
Didn't we say something about Rabbi Yehuda's opinion? There's a note here. Didn't we say before that wherever the Mishnah discusses measures, Rabbi Yehuda's opinion is the smaller one?
Yes.
Yeah, we had that 14 times already.
Rabbi Yehuda is always the smaller one. So what do they ask? They're asking a kasha that it's bigger?
No, that's what I mean. He's a smaller share.
They're just explaining it.
Yeah, he's a smaller share.
So it's a raya that it's a smaller share.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so let's just see the Gemara. We already learned once that a kana reed is in order to make a kulmus, a pen. And if it's thick or like messed up, the reed, to cook the lightest egg possible, which is a chicken's egg. Trufa unasuna be'ilfis. Not only it's an egg, not a hard-boiled egg, but a scrambled egg, right? Trufa ground up, not ground up, chopped. Well, I don't even know what to say. Whatever. Scrambled and put into a frying pan. Mao the same. So we see it's a different share. Mao the same. Also, right there, we think maybe it's not right to anything. That's where you can't do anything with the kana, right? But wood, right? Wood that you can do it with kachuda klida to make into a tooth. You can take wood and make it into the tooth of a key, like those old skeleton keys. You can make into a tooth of that. So filu kolshu, maybe that you would have to go with that measurement. Kamash malan, no, that it's enough. You still need more wood than that in order to be able to cook a chicken's egg. All right, that's all for tonight. A good nacht. Stay safe. And Zagazon. Shkoyach. I need the phone.
Shkoyach, good night.
All right, have a good night. Sorry, I got to run to Ma'ariv.
Yago, you having Ma'ariv in the rain?
I think it stopped raining. No? Did it stop raining?
I don't know. All right, safe. See you.